thought, as today is again another repeat of yesterday, which was my second day of the Neutrogen shots and the steroids, that I would have a look at the food today.
So this is what breakfast looks like most morning, and there's always like a bowl of porridge or I want to say like semolina or some other type of grain which you can cook down into not just a porridge. I'm sure there might be another type here as well. You always get bread. Sometimes you get cheese, but I don't eat cheese, which I've told them. So that plate looks a bit sparse. Get a lot of bread here, and then there's just a selection of little things to make drinks. There's a couple of cheesy little things on there as well, and probably a piece of butter. I just politely give them back when there's things I can't eat. And right, so on the advice of everybody I asked before I came here, I brought a lot of seasonings. I had a little taste of this bowl, of which I think is a sort of semolina type thing, which they salt very slightly. It's actually quite nice, just eaten on its own, it's alright. I tend to put a handful of nuts on the top because it doesn't have so much protein for me, because I'm not having the cheese that might be served with it. But these are a lifesaver. These just, I think with this I'm going to experiment with having some of that stevia drops in it to sweeten it a bit. We'll see. I don't know, it's a bit salty. I'm going to make it a bit sweet. Maybe put in some of the cinnamon as well. But anyway, that is day one breakfast of the food. Looking at food today. Okay then, I'll be back for lunch later. I just opened a mystery packet just now and found I've got a little choc ice. I don't know if it's not exactly a choc ice. Anyway, what I'm saying is you do get funny little odd things, but I really quite like its unpredictability. Anyway, just thought I'd add that on. So this is lunch today. It's really quite a nice, like, shredded vegetable soup. They do really good soups here, I find. And this, I don't know, I took a little bite out of that brown kind of sauce thing. It's an interesting savoury bit. I couldn't actually tell you what it is, but it's nice. I don't know what kind of vegetable it is. Anyway, the grains that they give you in the pasta, etc., they always leave plain. So that's why I've got my salt and pepper at the ready to make them a bit, a bit more flavoursome. Lots of lovely bread as usual, and yeah, kind of think that's it. I might even have a cup of tea after this. Anyway, so always a lot less to say about food. I make a video thinking, I'm going to talk about it loads, but it's really straightforward. And I will be back later to show you what dinner is. Okay, and this is dinner time. I do love it when they do this. I think because I am troublesome vegan, they struggle with knowing what to give me for dinner. If I'm imagining it's probably some kind of Russian meat stew or something which they can't change for me, or they can't leave the meat out or something like that. Second breakfast for dinner, which is okay because I quite like the breakfast semolina. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just a funny dinner. And I have bread, obviously, every time. A little apple juice there and a cup of tea, little tea bag. But this thing's amazing. I didn't know what this was the other day, and it's like a little cheesecakey thing with sultanas on the bottom. It's got no base. I just can't work out what it is at all. I ate it because I tend to eat everything they give me. It's probably got some dairy stuff in there. I'm very relaxed. They're doing their best, and I'm probably having dairy most days somewhere or another in the food. But anyway, look, I think it's good. And there we are. I'll probably stick a bit more cinnamon in that and some sweetener, and there we have it. That's a whole day today of Russian hospital vegan food, and you know what? I'm pretty happy with it. maybe I'll do another one of these if I have a more exciting day of food, because there are ones which I've eaten already which have been awesome, like really lovely. Maybe I'll do another little food video in the downtime when there's less treatment going on and just more isolation, and the only exciting thing about my day will be the food. Anyway, so there we go, a whole day. Oh, and one thing I forgot to say just now is that because I don't have the protein sources that other people are having with their meat and their fish and all the things that they are served with their meals, Dr. Fedorenko has asked me to have these little protein drinks. They're quite medical. They have them in hospitals in the UK a lot. I think they're called Fortisep there. They're quite nice. They're just like little milkshakes. So I have one of these every time I have a dinner like this with no kind of protein in it. I have that, and it's very nice. So I just thought I would mention that because I think I forgot to say that earlier. Anyway, okay.